Hi Divine Feminine, welcome back to another video. I'm so sorry it's dark, okay? It's all fall-like and rainy, and I felt like this was the perfect energy to make this video, okay? So be sure to like the video if it resonates with you, okay? Comment down below, let me know. All right, subscribe to my channel for more of these dope divine feminine messages, and share these messages with other divine feminine so we can help build this soul tribe. Y'all, straight into the message. Okay, so I was trying to record a video a couple days ago, but Spirit was like, nope, something needs to happen first. Okay, so y'all there was a message that was given to me in my dream, and just to sum it all up, whoever you are, divine feminine, you have passed the test. Okay, you've passed the test, and I feel like now it's time for you to clear out all that old baggage, all the hurt, the pain that people have caused you in the past. God is clearing that out so you can go ahead and move on to your next season. Okay, so there was something when I was trying to record the video before, I kept hearing Chanel by Tyler. Now y'all, I am not like big on, you know, brands or you know, name brands or anything like that. I'm pretty fluid. If it looks cute, I'll take it. Like, I'm a dupe girl, even with makeup. Like, I can make drugstore makeup look like, you know, luxury products. Okay, I'm not really, you know, but I kept hearing that song, and the message that was coming to me, it wasn't a materialistic message. It was just, you know, everything that was taken from you, even if it was taken behind your back, okay, all the things that were, you know, said about you, all the gossip, the slander, all of these things that were done to you just out of, you know, pure jealousy and hate, your angels, 222 on my clock, your angels, God is about to spoil you. Okay, you are about to be spoiled by the universe. It's like you're about to start having opportunities and things coming out of the blue. Okay, now I don't mean, you know, you waking up to millions and millions of dollars in your bank account, and not saying that that couldn't happen, but this isn't a materialistic message. This is a message for a divine feminine who has literally, like, you've just been quiet, passing test after test after test. Okay, even with all the evil eye and negative energy and stuff done to you, you've still been strong. And you got these people trying to stump you down in the ground. They're like, dang, I'm trying to send this black magic, send this love spell, send this and send that, and stump her in the ground, but she's still going. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do, divine feminine. Keep going. But right now, I am hearing, you know, birds could definitely be significant, okay? I don't know where all these birds are coming from right now, and it's raining, but I know I'm heavily protected, okay? But yeah, there's no more karmic cycles. I feel like, you know, God is saying it's time for you to cleanse. You know, are you ready for this new season? Are you ready for this new chapter? Are you ready to stop playing that same old sad record? Okay, you deserve this, divine feminine. Know that no matter what anyone says about you, it's about how you feel about yourself on the inside, okay? And I feel like with the messages that I was getting before, and then the dream I just had this morning, you are ready. You're ready. You're ready to take on the worst of the worst, which I'm not saying, you know, like, you know, oh, prepare for it. I'm not saying that, but you know, life happens, okay? And sometimes, you know, it's inevitable. But I feel like you've already been through your storm. Well, the worst of your storm is over, okay? I'm hearing the struggle is over, that gospel song. But 444, yes, you're heavily protected, okay, and divinely guided. But it's time to clear out all the old energy and make room for something new, for something big, okay? A lot of y'all could be meeting your soul tribe here. A lot of y'all could be, you know, meeting your partner. Okay, you are being rewarded for staying truthful on your path. And I feel like, especially in this generation, a lot of us, is, you know, as women growing up, we see people just getting married just to say, I have a man. We see people just, you know, not really being their authentic selves to feel accepted and validated. But you stayed the course. You didn't mind being the black sheep. You didn't mind people talking crap about you because, again, like I said, at the end of the day, you know who you are. Okay? All those nights you silently cried to yourself. Okay? All of those times where you tried to show up and be loving and open and genuine and authentic, and people still stabbed you in your back. You're about to be rewarded for that. God is saying none of that went unnoticed. A lot of times we think since it's not happening right now in this very moment that we're never going to get it, or like it's never going to happen, or that it's so hard to obtain, when in reality, God is aligning things in divine order. Okay, doesn't mean you're not going to get whatever you've been manifesting. Doesn't mean God isn't going to reward you or, you know, pay you for your troubles. Okay, I'm hearing like you're about to get paid double for your trouble. Okay, so somebody could be getting like some unexpected money, but needless to say, get ready, get excited. Okay, there's also, because I talked about in my last video about like killing the victim mentality, and the only answer to really kill that is to understand you're not going to receive closure. Some situations you're not going to get an apology. Okay, it just is what it is, and you have to move on, and not for them but for you, because you will stay stuck. And that is just something that, you know, you just have to come to terms with. There was no special secret or formula that I used to kill my victim mindset. If you heard my story, you're probably like, how the heck how is she so bubbly and like positive and all this? I should be one of the most angriest people walking on this earth right now. But I got God. I have the armor of the divine on me. Okay, I know my purpose. That's another reason. But I'm still working on killing my victim mentality, y'all. Okay, I'm not perfect. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. And even when, you know, I go to my next seasons, it's still gonna be different triggers and things that come up. I know how to handle them, but I'm not like a pro. But I know, in order to kill that victim mindset, you have to come to terms with, in a lot of situations, you're not going to receive closure. You're not going to receive, you know, you don't really need it. Because once people understand the universal law of karma, you won't want to, you'll be like, oh, you know, I ain't worried about it. Because people think that karma won't come back and bite them because it didn't happen to them this year. It probably won't happen to them next year. Hell, it may not even happen to them in this lifetime. Doesn't mean they won't have to come back in the next lifetime and fix that shit. Okay? Does not mean that their kids may not get hit with the karma. Or somebody close to them may not, you know what I'm saying? People have to understand that you cannot sit here and abuse earth angels, people who have done nothing wrong to you, and think that God ain't finna come up 10 times, and think that they angels, their ancestors, not finna come up behind them 10 toes down. Okay? People, 9/11 on my clock. People are so, you know, worried about how you still standing up. What do you mean? Of course. I was built for this. I was built for it tough. Divine Feminine, you were not built weak. Yes, you're soft. You're empathetic. You care about people. You care. But that does not make you a weak person. The most powerful thing that was given to you for free was your worth. Your intuition. Like a lot of my religious warriors say, your discernment. Okay? That was given to you for free. A lot of people are trying to cover up with religion and spirituality as well, and whatever else they follow, but God ain't done none of that. Who are you to your core? Where is your heart? You can say, oh yeah, I love God, this, and that, and the third, but how do you treat people? How have you treated people, especially your own family? So you don't need closure, Divine Feminine. You don't, because at the end of the day, you're still going to ascend. You're still going to fulfill your mission. A lot of y'all were meant to be very extremely wealthy in this lifetime, and not just, money wise. Because let me tell you something too. Money is so insignificant. If you knew how our spirit guides talked about money, you would be shocked. There's this lady I watch, and she talks about her NDE, her near-death experience or whatever, and she's connected as hell, okay? 11:11 on my clock has been proven multiple times, but she was explaining how the spirit guides, they call money the green paper. Okay, and when our angels are like observing us and stuff like that, trying to put us on the path, trying to align us on our right path, they literally call it the green paper. Money is so insignificant and small in the spiritual realm, it means absolutely nothing. It gets you to where you need to be physically as a tool, but money is energy. You could call money in just by being positive. You could call money in just by journaling out what you want to manifest and bring into your life, staying positive, uplifting, and making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Your angels will be like, okay, here goes $10,000. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be patient, and you have to stay on your path, okay? But I say all this to say, don't worry about who feels what. Don't worry about what has happened. It's made you who you are today. Now it's time for that new chapter. Okay, something about writing, expressing could be significant. And the rain is getting louder, y'all. I love this type of weather because I channel so clearly. But I knew I was trying to make this video the other day, and so many distractions and things. I'm just like, no. But I needed to have the dream that I had this morning. I needed to have it, okay? You have passed the test. So the only thing you need to do is, I'm hearing pack your bags, get ready, or just get ready to take off. This is so well deserved, okay? Congratulations, Divine Feminine. I'm going to leave this here. If you found that anything resonated, like the video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel for more of these dope Divine Feminine messages, okay? And spread these messages with other Divine Feminines who are in healing, so we can keep building this soul tribe, so we can keep this momentum going. You're gonna be just fine. I was just told to tell somebody that, okay? And there's also something here I just heard, something about the big comeback. I don't know what that means, but you're going to be just okay. The big comeback, the big payback, something like that. I don't know. But you're going to be okay. And somebody's name starts with a P. Whoever you are. They trying to get these little last messages in before I close the video. I'm trying to close out, okay? But you're going to be just fine, okay? I love you, and God does too. I will be sure to tap back in with you beautiful Divine Feminine soon. Okay, love you. Bye.